Today we're going to be looking at the SWOT analysis of DBU since I'm not involved in any business organization at the moment. So the SWOT analysis stands for the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of an organization. So when looking at DBU, we'll start off on the strengths. Some of the two strengths that DBU has um, are that we have a faith-based education. So this basically we integrate Christian values and teachings into our academics, producing um, Christ-centered leaders and having a faith-centered education. Another strength would be smaller class sizes. This also could be flipped into a weakness for some people, but I would say it's a strength because um, students generally would feel a little more comfortable being in a smaller class and it's not so intimidating. So since DBU is more of a private school, we will have smaller classes. Next are the weaknesses. Um, this would be your high tuition cost. Since DBU is private, we will have higher tuition, and this may deter people from even wanting to come here in the first place, or even put them in a financial bind because of the high cost. And another weakness would be the limited degrees that we have compared to like other public institutions. Um, People might view DBU as a good school, but we don't have their degree that they're looking for, so they'll go elsewhere. Some opportunities would be having like a good online hybrid um, kind of degree programs for DBU, because I know there's a lot of adults coming back to college, and it might not make the most sense for them to come back to campus. It might be better if they do an online program. Another opportunity would be partnering with local businesses, maybe that might be Christian organizations, and potentially landing some jobs for students, like internships, whether that's through the job fairs and stuff like that. So that's some opportunities we could have, and then some threats would be just your competition from your larger public institutions in the area and even across the nation. So this could be from um, TCU all the way to SMU, or even smaller ones like UTD or UNT, or any other colleges across the state or even into other states. They'll have bigger and larger funding and potentially more degrees and definitely a lower tuition if they're state schools. And then another threat would be just the cost to come to DBU. Um, because if the economy um, turns poorly, then the people who trying to come to DBU, they might not have the money to afford it. Therefore, DBU will take a hit, being able to have enough students for it to be a profitable university. Um, so I think that last one would be that families can struggle to afford the private tuition, so therefore they'd probably go to public um, during like a recession or any time like that. So that's the SWOT analysis for DBU.